Okay, we're going to shoot a little help video on how to fill out an application for the Achieving Skills for Life. Okay, so go to the School to Work Coordinator page, and then at the very top here. Well, this location may change, so it'll be on the page somewhere. Okay, before you can fill out an application, you're going to have make sure that you have the revisions done to your IEPs. You're going to need goals, and you're going to need objectives, and of course the need that the student has so that we can follow, so we know what to train. Okay, and if you don't have that yet, then click on this revisions CBI, CBV, and then go from there. Then come back when you're done. And also keep in mind that when you're sending a kid out for training, you're sending them out, it's almost as an assessment. It's almost as a, let's see if he can do it. It's something that should have been covered during your class time. So if you're sending a kid out to the grocery store, okay, the skills that he'll be working on in the grocery store, you should have at least covered in your class and practice in your classroom. Our placements are only 9 weeks long, so we want to make sure that the student's prepared before they go out. It's not to say that we're not going to teach them things. That's not the case at all, but you shouldn't send a student out dry. When I mean dry, I mean you shouldn't send a student out who's never done it before, never seen it before, never heard of it before, never been talked about before. Because as we all know, that our students a lot of times need to hear it over and over and over and over again. Okay, it's two separate applications. One is CBI, which is community-based instruction, and the other one is community-based vocational placements. Okay, so there's two applications. The applications are found, you can see them here. There's CBI, there's CBV. Just if you click on it, it'll open up for you. And you can see up in the front where it says CBI, and then CBV. Okay, so also included is a directions on how to fill them out if you need those. If of course it's on this video as well, but you can click here and it'll give you directions specifically on how to do it. Okay, CBI, CBV. Okay, so we're just going to go over it because since I'm looking at it here, just have the parent fill out the form, the instructional survey. Okay, and the surveys can be found right there. Okay, have the family fill this out. You can fill it out with the student as well, but you want to make sure you get parent input. That's the reason being is when I get this application back, I'm going to call the parent just to talk it over with them to make sure that we're doing what they would like for us to do. You can see the questions are very specific. The reason we are doing this survey is so that we can work specifically on what each individual student needs to work on. And we're going to try to work on it with them within their community. So we're looking at these things in order to figure out if that's something the student does. If the student never goes to the laundromat, then we're not going to take them out to the laundromat. If the student never goes to the library in their community, we're not going to take them out to the library. The goal of community-based instruction is for the student to be able to operate successfully within their community. So, if a parent has a favorite table restaurant that they go to every week and the student is not able to display the proper behaviors or the procedures or whatever it is the parent wants, that's what we're going to work on. And that's why this first question kind of puts that in perspective. Is there a setting or situation that you would like to visit or participate in that you currently do not or cannot? And those are the kind of things we want to work on with our students to make their lives better. Their lives better for them and their lives better for their families. So whatever we work on is going to be specific to the point where it'll make their life better. So if it's something they don't normally do, then we're not going to work on that skill because we're just teaching them something that they're never going to use. All right, so if you have that thing filled out, so we're back to this page again. On the application, we have an IEP goal and objectives that are on the application. Wait. Oh, hang on, let me get that up. Okay, so you can see them on the application. IEP goal, then you have the objectives, how they're measured, current levels, end levels. Okay, so if you need help with that, go back to the help page, or go back to this instructional page. Okay, and you can actually click on here and it'll help you. The goals and objectives. So what do you do for a CBI goal? What do you do for CBV goal? sample goals and objectives, etc. I hope to have a video up on each one of these pages to kind of explain each page as we go. We'll see how we go with time. Okay, going back to this page, also you're going to have to make sure that your IEP has been revised to show the goals and the objectives that you have come up with. Okay, and again, we have a page to show you how to do that. So this is all on this. If you hit the instructions, all the links for those pages are right here. Okay, a little more on this application. So the results that you get from this application will help you come up with your goal and your objectives. Okay, the actual goal is kind of a generic goal that we're using, and let me show that to you. Okay, if we're on the instructions page, you click on help with the goal. Okay, and for this one we're doing CBI, so we're going to click on CBI. Okay, when that opens up, it gives you directions on what to do. Okay, and the goal we're using across the board is giving community-based instruction in the classroom and the community. You guys can read it, it's right here. Okay, and then enter your student there. Now the goal is kind of a generic goal that we're using across the board, but the objectives are going to be based upon what it is the student needs to do. And if you look on this page, there's lots of samples. Like in this one, they said they need to work on crossing the street safely, so we have objectives for that. Okay, and this one we brought back department store, and there's objectives for that. Once you start to look at it, it's really easy kind of to put it together. It's like, what skill are we going to work on, and then you break it down. If a student needs to go to the department store, then you can break it down, paying for items, able to locate the restrooms, able to locate the checkout line. So you can break it down. So once you look at the examples, it makes it easier. If you have any questions, just let me know. So I hope that summarizes the application for CBI. I'm going to do CBV. I think I'm going to do that one in a separate video, just because this one's ended up being so long.